Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Rise High Radio with my Linda. Let's talk about it. I'm just waiting on a couple people to come and try to get this started. How is everybody's day going so far? I don't know about y'all, but in Michigan it is icy. They have an ice storm for us, so I'm staying in because I don't do good on ice. I just don't. So today I'm going to be talking about stress and self-care. Those are the two things that I want to discuss, stress and self-care. Um, it's a lot of things that's going on once again, like I said before, and we want to make sure that we take care of ourselves and we can identify when we are stressed. People kind of know when they're stressed. They kind of know that. So Frankie Beverly and Maze. So according to the institution of stress, is 94% of working people that are stressed, and it's 6% of working people that are stressed out. So we got a high percentage of people that are stressed. 94%, that's a lot. That's a lot. 23% says that their stress levels is high, and like I said before, 6% says they are extremely high. That means through the roof. So how do you know that you're stressed? What does stress look like? A lot of people think I'm stressed. Some people are old enough that they can identify what stress is, but what does that look like? And when do you know you need to implement self-care after stress? So one thing that stress looks like is tension. Tension, in your back, headaches, uh, fevers. Those are all implementations of stress. Also anxiety. When your anxiety's through the roof, you're anxious, you're really anxious and nervous. That is a sign also of stress. Irritability. I think a lot of people can identify with being irritated from stress. So that is another thing that you can see to know that you are kind of stressed. And another thing is trouble sleeping. A lot of people have insomnia. That's why we're usually on Facebook at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Just can't sleep. It's something that's going on in your life that's not allowing you to sleep like you want to. So that can also be an indicator of stress. So we know that our work can give us stress. Work is very stressful. Depending on, especially if you're working with the population. So that'd be fast food, doctors, lawyers. If you're working with different people, that is a stressful environment at the work facility. Also, our home can give us stress. Dealing with the kids, our husband, our wives, our living arrangements, whether we stay with somebody or living on the street or homeless or, those things can give us stress as well. Also, a loss of a loved one, that's stressful too. Not being able to have control over your life, that's another stressor. And a major life event, whether you get a divorce, once again, like I said, losing a loved one, a new job, moving, those are all things that can bring on stress. So I want to give you a couple of ways that you can deal with stress through self-care. Some of us already do self-care and we don't even know that we're doing it. listen to this right now, taking time out right now to listen to this podcast on Rise High Radio is self-care. So it's a couple of things that we can do, like I said, that implement self-care for us and will decrease our levels of stress, hopefully. Now, I'm practicing these on my own too, because I need to be at least a decrease in stress. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is learning to say no. Miss Thang, guy, gentlemen, you don't have to say yes to everything that somebody asks you to do. If it feels overwhelming when they ask that question, just say no. Just say no. It's okay. They'll be all right. They will be just fine if you say no. I promise. They'll probably move on and ask somebody else. But saying no is a good way to decrease your stress, and that's also a technique of self-care. Getting a support system going on. So call that girlfriend or call that significant other or cousin or sister or whoever you can vent to and give them a call and talk to them. Now make sure that person is trustworthy, because at this point, because you're stressed, you're gonna be giving out a lot of information, and you don't want that information to leak on to somebody else. So make sure that that person that you're talking to is trustworthy. We don't want a stressful moment where you're venting to somebody turn out to be a huge blow up. I know I have a couple people that I can call and or vent to. Number one is my mother, because she is always mutual about everything. I'd be like, Mama, you my mama. She's like, right is right, wrong is wrong. So find that person that you can have a support system with to vent to. That's self-care as well. That's actually releasing those toxics that's in you, that's making you stressed in general, and it releases that out of you so it can decrease that stress. So that's another form of self-care. The third thing is relax. Go take a shower, listen to music, being mindful. I'm actually going to talk about mindfulness our next podcast next week. But being mindful is just understanding being in the present moment. And when you are in the present moment and not thinking about other things, then that decreases a lot of anxiety and stress. And that's a form of self-care too. Stop what you're doing, stretch. Stretching also releases those negative energy and allows you to relax. So like I said, taking that shower, listening to music, um, just taking time out for yourself. Now, I know sometimes that's not always possible to do, but in order for you to better yourself and be a better person for everybody that you meet, you really have to take that time out to relax. Decreasing It decreases your productivity of all the hormones that's coming out when you do stretch as well. It allows that tension to be released, which tension, once I said before, causes stress. So you don't want that in you. So stretching allows that energy to be brought up out of you. Going to bed early. Now, this is a thing that I have to. I be up late at times, but if you don't shut down, your body will shut down for you. So going to bed, try to implement 30 minutes going to bed early or an hour going to bed early. That helps with self-care. That implements self-care, and it also decreases the stress. that you have. So going to bed early, turning off that social media, and giving your mind time to just relax. So I guess I'm going to try to implement that this week, at least going to bed an hour early. If you catch me on social media, just go ahead and be like, Melinda, I thought you said you was going to bed early. So call me out. Call me out on my stuff. Stimulate your mind. We need, as people, as human beings, we need to stimulate our mind. So doing puzzles, a great way is, on your phone where they have those games where it's little games and word games that you have on your phone. Reading, uh, that's a good way to stimulate your mind, of course. Doing some crafts. I don't know if you like water aerobics, something that will help you to stimulate your growth of the brain. That's also a form of self-care. So you want to make sure that you're doing that as well. So I'm not saying read a book every day, but at least read an article or read the back of a cereal box. All that is stimulation, and it helps you with your self-care. Eating healthy. I know this is the new year for a lot of people, so a lot of people had New Year's resolutions. I want to, I want to eat better. I want to stop smoking. I want to stop drinking. Eating healthy is a great way to help with your self-care. Add green. Just think every time you eat, add green. So I'm watching what you eat too, watching the portions that you eat. I lost a lot of weight from watching portions and what I eat. I know we sometimes get hungry and our eyes get bigger than our stomach and we just want to indulge, but watching what you eat too, making sure you have that certain amount of portion to help you. That's a form of self-care too. That's Jaheem. Where'd Jaheem go? Who knows? The next thing is creating a gratitude list. Writing down what you're thankful for, whether it be the eyes to see, the ears to hear, the limbs to move, the legs to walk. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are not as fortunate enough to see. A lot of people have hearing problems. So writing down a gratitude list of what you're thankful for, that increases your self-care too, and it allows you to decrease that stress as well. Sometimes you just have to think and be in the moment and look around you to say, look what I have. Most people don't have this. Most people are not able to, like I said, see. Most people are not able to have a phone to even use social media. Most people can't even comprehend, as or articulate words. So be thankful of your intelligence and be thankful of your knowledge and what you can comprehend. Be thankful of those things because people don't have it. Like I said, being in the social work field, I have worked with a lot of populations, and just be fortunate and grateful for what you have. So that once again helps with your self-care. Another thing is unplug unplug from social media. I know it brings you in. You're like, oh, what's so and so doing, and what article is this, and I want to share this, and I want to talk about this. But sometimes you need to unplug from social media because those things can leak into your brain and cause a negative impact on you. So watching what you read or what you see on social media is best for you to just unplug from it. Give yourself an hour where you're not doing any Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Give yourself 2 hours. You could start increasing those times as you get more disciplined, because I'm not disciplined. So I'm gonna start with an hour. Me myself, I start with an hour. So give yourself, that hour or 2 hours, and then you can start increasing the time where you unplug. Meaning unplug, put your phone on do not disturb. If your people that you care about are safe, your children, they're safe, put it on do not disturb for at least an hour, just so you can reflect on what happened today, can reflect on the changes that you want to make in life, reflect on the mistakes you don't want to make again. Unplug. Just unplug from social media, unplug from talking on the phone, unplug from being on the phone, unplug from television, unplug from anything that's not your own tempo and what you're thinking. And I know that is hard sometimes, but practice makes perfect. And if you practice it, then it'll come a whole lot easier than what you think it will come. The last thing that I want to discuss is a good way to bring self-care is laughter. Laughter. Laugh. Laugh. It's good for the spirit. It's really good for the spirit. Laughter decreases your stress, and it actually decreases your stress, and it increases your immune system to fight off diseases. I don't know if you knew that or not. So laughter builds your immune system, and it actually fights off diseases. So that's a good way, if you're a health person, laugh. And it also increases the things that cause you to feel better. It increases that too. So overall, you feel better about yourself. I know I get on the phone with my mama or my girl, and we laugh and laugh and laugh. And once I get off the phone, or once I get done talking to a coworker and we laughing and laughing, or a friend of that nature, I feel so much better. A lot of people feel better. You just feel better because those endorphins, they promote the natural energy that we have and makes us feel better overall. And some of that can also decrease your pain level too. So laughter, guys. You always see me laughing. I'm always smiling. At least I try to smile. Some people are like, why you always walk around me? I just got a lot on my mind. So if you guys have any questions, any comments or concerns, you guys can ask them. If during the live, you can ask me. If you have any information that you want to share about self-care, post it down there so people can go and try to implement self-care in their life. If you have anything about any good healthy activities or good healthy foods or recipes that you want to share, go ahead and post it down there on the live. If you have good things about, things that you can do to relax, or places that you can go to relax, go ahead and post it down there on the live. So I want to thank you guys for once again tuning in to Let's Talk About It with me. And I hope that this session or this podcast really helped you guys to understand that self-care is very, 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 very important for every human being, for every individual, because if you don't give yourself self-care, then you cannot give the people that's around you the best of you. So self-care and decreasing those level of stress that's what we need to focus on for 2020 as well. Try to decrease that stress and try to increase the time that you have for yourself. Another thing, if you cannot do it on your own, or you feel like the self-care is not working for you, also seek out professional help, whether it be a counselor or a therapist, to help you to do that as well. My mom always told me every social worker needs a social worker, every therapist needs a therapist. So if you can't do it on your own, of course, seek professional help to help you to better yourself and to better um, your being and the goals that you want to accomplish for yourself. So once again, on Wednesdays we have on Rise High Radio, we have, if you have any music or anything like that, any poetry, you can email us, risehighradio.com, or go on the website and let them know that you want, your music, or you want to be interviewed, so on and so forth. That'll be connected. We play music Monday through Sunday, 24 hours, so you can always listen to the music. If you want to just put it on, and like you do Pandora, you can listen to it. We play music 24/7. Come back and see me next Saturday. Once again, that topic will be on um, mindfulness, and I really want to be a great tribute to my audience. I really want to help you guys as much as I can, and if there's anything that you want to share with me, once again, you can message me at Ride Highs Radio, or you can email me or go to the website. All right, guys. Well, have a great week. Well, work week next week, and make sure, like I said, you implement that self-care on this week, because it's very important. Thanks for tuning in. Rise High Radio.